Hi there. Good afternoon. I'm Raleigh Brown, and this is Curve Flattening Concert number, I think it's number 731, it looks like here. And I see some of you here. My buddy Steve DeHaas, calling himself Farmer John. He told me he had a lot of mowing to get done. And Steve Walker is here, and Steve will be doing his Facebook Live concert tonight at 7 o'clock. I'll mention that again during the announcements. Rhonda Scott Merrick is here. She said, who? And then hi. And Cliff Brown is here from Portsmouth, New Hampshire. Jim Greco, who is one of the many people I saw out in Kent. I'll tell you more about that in a little bit. And Charlie Bryant, the Clown Prince of Raleigh World. Deb Leiby Clark down there in Ambler, PA. Johnson Hogg in France. Debbie Moore in Maine. And like that. So we can cloink as I wait for a few more people to come in. This is the Cloink-O-Matic Clickophonic mug. And we just bump it up against the mic stand there. And I'm clunking with water today. I'm working on changing my coffee habit. Not that I'm going to quit drinking coffee, but I've gotten Peet's Major Dickinson's blend for a long, long time, and with the current situation, I wrote to them and asked if they use any El Salvadoran coffee. Because I don't really want to support a country that is operating a concentration camp for the United States, for Trump. So they never wrote back. So I canceled my subscription, and I've been online researching other coffee stuff, interesting coffee stuff, and I've ordered some coffee from a local roaster, and we'll see how that goes. It could be fun. So here we are. I am going to show you a photo of Charlie the dog. Charlie was in a kennel while I was away, a boarding kennel, and he's probably not quite recovered from that experience yet. There he is. Just snoozing with his giant candy corn squeaky under his chin. And you, in the upper right corner, you can barely see the corner of his blue elephant that Kathy Marzik bought him. And Charlie did pretty well in the kennel, but the last couple days he's been eating a whole lot of grass, and I'm still not sure what's up with that. We'll see. He hasn't puked yet, but he's had definitely seems to be a little out of sorts at times. But, you know, as I've told you, I grade Charlie every day, and Charlie did get an A yesterday. He was extremely good boy, hardly barked at all in the car, and came when called, and had a lovely day being a good dog. So, and I see Bruce Roth is here. Hey, Bruce. And Bonnie O'Donnell and Tom Dietz, who I also saw in Kent. S.A. Tudhope, Shirley from the Great Northwest. David Arthur Radcliffe from the United Kingdom. And Connie Adams from Santa Barbara, I think. And Keith Shaw from the suburbs of Cleveland. Mike Verbeek from Pittsburgh. Bonnie O'Donnell from Connecticut. And like that. So I believe it's about time to do a song. So every year at this time, I wrote this song about 5 years ago after going back to Kent State in 2019, I think, because we didn't go in 2020 because it was the pandemic. But it is my best attempt to describe the way I feel about what happened at Kent now, and what we gained, what we lost. I'm an old man now, my fight is done, my time has nearly come, but I was here back in 70 when the troubles had begun. Oh, the years have come and the years have gone, still they kill the young. They sing that same old siren song of country flag and gun. To be in these green fields again, the memories return. I can see the grass and the clear blue sky and feel the tear gas burn. The sudden crack of rifle fire that chilled us to our core. And in a flash our youth was past, gone forevermore. For all those lying in their graves, for all the ones we couldn't save. You can pass that bottle and drink a toast, but my heart is tied to the whipping post. I've seen this country go to hell, the great dream nearly dead. Those carpetbaggers planned it well, a rhapsody in red. And as I think back on those days and gaze across the years, my rage erased without a trace, just washed away by tears. For all those lying in their grave, for all the ones we couldn't save. You can pass that bottle and drink a toast, and my heart is tied to the whipping post. My heart is tied to the whipping post. The whipping post. So I see Denny Oliver's here. Hey, Denny, I got to see him out there in Ohio, too. So Jim Moran, Warren and Janelle, who I also saw in Ohio. I'm going to name everybody who I can think of who I saw. Slim Edelman is here, and Linda Worcester, and I think that's it. So we saw Betsy McIntyre, we saw John and Jeanette Hubner, we saw Lori Payne and Dean Payne, we saw Jim Greco and Danny Moore, who doesn't come here, but he's another great old friend of mine from Kent. And we saw, I said Warren and Janelle, right? And Denny Oliver, I mentioned that. And I saw Stretch Rogalski, my old girlfriend, my first Kent State girlfriend. And just a whole bunch of old friends who share this thing. You know, Chick Canfora, who heads the task force, and Alex Bevan, who is here now. And I saw Alex and Deidre, and we had a lovely lunch together. Just a great experience for me to go back to Kent. We stayed with Pauline Thornton, who's a wonderful woman, who's an old friend of Magpies, and of course, just hanging around with Magpie is always wonderful. They're wonderful and totally crazy. Something is wrong with my strap. I try not to have moments like that, but those of you at the concert know that I do have moments. I screwed up the lyrics on a song, and I was so humiliated because all my old friends were in the audience, and then thankfully Magpie screwed up the lyrics on about 4 or 5 songs, so it normalized it for me, and I didn't feel so bad. So this next one is a Jackson Browne song, and it's what I call a stealth protest song, but it's a beautiful, beautiful song. off of his For Every Man album. And just like that, let me think for a second. It is a dance we do in silence, far below the morning sun. You and your life, me and mine, it has begun. And here we stand and without speaking, draw the water from the well, and gaze beyond the plains to where the mountains lie, so still. And it's a long way that I have come across the sands to find this peace among your people in the sun, where the families work the land as they have always done. Oh, it's so far the other way my country's come. Across my land has grown the shadow of a cruel and senseless hand, though in some strong hearts the love and truth remain. And it has taken me this distance and a woman's smile to learn that my place remains among them, to them I must return. And it's a long way that I have come across the sands to find you here among your people in the sun, where your children will be born. You'll watch them as they run. Oh, it's so far the other way my life has gone. If you look for me, Maria, you will find me in the shade, wide awake or in a dream. It's hard to tell. If you come to me, Maria, I will show you what I've made. It's a picture for Our Lady of the Well. Our Lady of the Well by Jackson Browne, and just a beautiful song, and it packs a punch like it did when it was written and like it does even more so today. Across our land has grown the shadow of a cruel and senseless hand. So anyhow, let me see who else is here, if I'm missing anybody. John Ferrulo. Hi, John. Good to see you, and thank you. And who else? Kit Serikaku. Hi, Kit. And 14 minutes late. Shame on you. And Bob McKenna over on YouTube today. And like that. So the announcements. I'll start today with the guitars since I'm holding one. So this is a Martin OM18 Authentic based on a 1933 guitar. The actual guitar is owned by my friend Fred Oster, and he loaned it to Martin, and they went to the Smithsonian. Remember when we used to have the Smithsonian? And had it CAT scanned, and then they built this replica of it with the same kind of materials and hide glue and all the stuff they used to use in the old days. It's a lovely guitar. It's about 12 years old now. And but we're going to put that one down, and the other guitar, which I used on the first song, and to which I will return, is the Pre-War Guitars Company 0028. So the same idea, a guitar built to the exact specifications of early Martin guitars from pre-World War II. And this one is a real beauty. It's my favorite guitar right now. So that's the guitars. There is, as usual, a PayPal link right there and a Venmo link if you'd like to contribute a little something. We're still going to have to pay off Charlie's dog sitting, Charlie's kennel. The Invisibles, George Young of Winter Garden, Florida, might be invisible if he's here, and Joel Biget and Mario Prue, who built one of my other favorite guitars, and Judith Fox stops in once in a while. So the schedule, so a new gig on the schedule for those of you in the Philly area. I don't know if you know about Girls from Mars. So Girls from Mars is a trio featuring Wendy Bourne, Lauren Jansen, and Annie Patterson. And Annie is the one of the two people, she and her husband, are responsible for the series of books called Rise Up Singing, which has lyrics to a gazillion, I think it is actually, songs. Anyhow, they're all great singers, and they do swing music. Wendy is a great rhythm guitarist. Lauren plays some drums and just like a snare usually. And Annie can play old-time banjo great, but she doesn't usually do that on this swing stuff. Anyhow, we will be swinging in Phoenixville, Pennsylvania on May 18th. That's a Sunday at Steel City, the Steel City Coffee House. So if you're in the area, think about coming out for that. Maybe go to Girls from Mars website, and buying an advance ticket will ensure that gig takes place even. So, and then I will be at Steve Kaufman's camp from June 8th through the 14th in Maryville, Tennessee. I will be at Old Songs Festival backing up Magpie on June 27th through 29th, and that is in Altamont, New York. And I will be at good old Sam W. from July 13th through the 19th in Lake Winnipesaukee, Moultonboro, New Hampshire. And the schedule for today I am on now. I'm not sure if Helen and David are going to be on tomorrow because I think they're traveling. They are threatening to come visit me next Thursday. And that'll be fun if that happens, because I haven't seen them in a couple of years. And they're both really good guitar players. And I told them I would buy them lunch at Washington House if they show up. And then on Friday, Slim Edelman is doing what he calls a slice of Steve Goodman. He's going to play some of the wonderful Steve Goodman's songs for you. And Alex, who is here, was good friends with Steve Goodman, who used to come over from Chicago to Cleveland and play a lot. So that'll be fun. Go hear Slim. Warren, I believe, is not doing a live stream this week. It looked like from his page he said that. And then Sunday I'll be back at 10:30 with Request Show. So next up, this is the instrumental for today. A great favorite of mine, and one I recorded a long time ago. I recorded it on. I was looking at my This Vagrant Heart album, and there's a bunch of tunes on there that I recorded that I forgot I'd ever even recorded. So there's some nice instrumentals on there. This is one of them, Thelonious Monk, Round Midnight. Around Midnight by Thelonious Monk. Really one of the most beautiful jazz ballads ever. And Michael Miller, did I say hi to you, Michael? If I didn't, then I do now. And Christopher Layden, my old friend out there in Colorado. And see how I'm missing anything. Mike Stillman, hi. Not anything, but anyone is what I meant to say there. And I think I got everybody I can get for right now. So, one more song for you today. And I looked, I try to not play these songs too often, and this one is my favorite song in the world right now. And so I was afraid I'd already played it recently, but I looked back and it's been 6 whole weeks. So 6 weeks is kind of the marking point. I can play it again. And this song written by the late Chuck McCabe, who was a West Coast singer-songwriter. May your numbers all be lucky, may your traffic lights be green, and may you know high and low, but be mostly in between. And may you act a little crazy when you're trying to explain all the troubles in a world that's gone insane. My prayer for you, that you may do what makes you laugh, what makes you new. And while others smell the roses, may you stop and pick a few. Live it up before they drop the other shoe. My prayer for you. May you find an old friend, may you lose a little weight. If they catch you red-handed, may you have your story straight. And may you always see them coming, so as never to get burned by the nosy and the pushy, acting helpful and concerned. My prayer for you, that you may do what gets you off and what gets you through, and what others do in 12 steps, may you ace in 9 or 10. Never have to call your sponsor up again. My prayer for you. May you find the consolation of some living, loving thing. It might be a cat or dog if you give up on human beings. And if your dreams are all in vain, may you be the last to know. And if they ever blow the world up, may you be the first to go. My prayer for you. When it's all through, you've had your day and got your due. And may many be sad to see the last of you. Just a few be glad to see it too. My prayer for you. my prayer for you, and I see a couple people said all they can hear is Forever Young when they hear this. That's too bad for you, because this is a better song than Forever Young. I love Bob Dylan, don't get me wrong. This is a better song. So thank you for joining me yet again. I will be back on Sunday, and I love all you guys. It was great to see the folks I got to see in Kent, and hopefully I'll see some of the rest of you at Sam W. or at Kaufman Camp or at Old Songs Festival. And take good care of yourselves. Hang in there. Here's a little mantra for you. Be happy, be healthy, and be brave, be calm, be kind. It's a snap if you get cranky, as my buddy Alex would say. Take a nap. Hope to see you guys next time. Have a good rest of the week. Listen to Steve Walker tonight. Steve Walker at 7 o'clock. And Slim on Friday. I'm not sure about Helen and Dave. I think Bunny is still in Italy. And at least she was 4 hours ago. So I don't think she'll be doing a show this Friday. And like that, and Warren's not doing a show, so it's all you got now is me and Slim, and maybe Helen and David, and then me again on Sunday. Love you guys. Take it easy, but take it